Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
The state of being combined into one body. The union of diverse things into one body or form or group. The growing together of parts. An organization of people, or countries, involved in a pact or treaty. The combining of images from the two eyes to form a single visual percept. The state of being combined into one body. An occurrence that involves the production of a union. A nuclear reaction in which nuclei combine to form more massive nuclei with the simultaneous release of energy. Correction of an unstable part of the spine by joining two or more vertebrae. Usually done surgically but sometimes done by traction or immobilization. The act of fusing, or melting, together. The merging of adjacent sounds or syllables or words. The union of diverse things into one body or form or group. The growing together of parts. The union of diverse things into one body or form or group. The growing together of parts. A hard lump produced by the concretion of mineral salts, found in hollow organs or ducts of the body. An increase in the density of something. The union of diverse things into one body or form or group. The growing together of parts. The formation of stone-like objects within a body organ, e.g., the kidneys. Healing process involving the growing together of the edges of a wound or the growing together of broken bones. The union of diverse things into one body or form or group. The growing together of parts. Astronomy. Apparent meeting or passing of two or more celestial bodies in the same degree of the zodiac. An organization of people, or countries, involved in a pact or treaty. The act of adjusting or aligning the parts of a device in relation to each other. The spatial property possessed by an arrangement or position of things in a straight line or in parallel lines. An organization of people, or countries, involved in a pact or treaty. The state of being allied or confederated. A connection based on kinship or marriage or common interest. The shifting alliances within a large family. The act of forming an alliance or confederation. An organization of people, or countries, involved in a pact or treaty. A formal agreement establishing an association or alliance between nations or other groups to achieve a particular aim. Healing process involving the growing together of the edges of a wound or the growing together of broken bones. Being of or having to do with the northern United States and those loyal to the Union during the American Civil War. The act of pairing a male and female for reproductive purposes. A set containing all and only the members of two or more given sets. Let C be the union of the sets A and B. An organization of employees formed to bargain with the employer. You have to join the union in order to get a job. The state of being a married couple voluntarily joined for life, or until divorce. God bless this union. The United States, especially the northern states during the American Civil War. The state of being joined or united or linked. There is strength in union. The act of making or becoming a single unit. The union of opposing factions. A device on a national flag emblematic of the union of two or more sovereignties, typically in the upper inner corner. A political unit formed from previously independent people or organizations. Of trade unions. The union movement. The occurrence of a uniting of separate parts. Lightning produced an unusual union of the metals. An occurrence that involves the production of a union. The state of being joined or united or linked. The act of making or becoming a single unit. He looked forward to the unification of his family for the holidays. Law, an estate secured to a prospective wife as a marriage settlement in lieu of a dower. The act of making or becoming a single unit. The act of pairing a male and female for reproductive purposes. The state of being joined together. The act of making or becoming a single unit. A class of verbs having the same inflectional forms. The complete set of inflected forms of a verb. The inflection of verbs. The combination of two or more commercial companies. The act of making or becoming a single unit. The persons, or committees or departments etc., who make up a body for the purpose of administering something. An ordered manner. Orderliness by virtue of being methodical and well organized. His compulsive organization was not an endearing quality. The act of forming or establishing something. He still remembers the organization of the club. The activity or result of distributing or disposing persons or things properly or methodically. His organization of the workforce was very efficient. A group of people who work together. The act of organizing a business or an activity related to a business. He was brought in to supervise the organization of a new department. An organized structure for arranging or classifying. The facts were familiar, but it was in the organization of them that he was original. The persons, or committees or departments etc., who make up a body for the purpose of administering something. An ordered manner. Orderliness by virtue of being methodical and well organized. The act of forming or establishing something. The activity or result of distributing or disposing persons or things properly or methodically. A group of people who work together. The act of organizing a business or an activity related to a business. An organized structure for arranging or classifying. The state of being allied or confederated. The act of forming an alliance or confederation. A union of political organizations. The state of being under federal control. The act of being put under federal control. The state of being under federal control. The federalization of postal service. The act of being put under federal control. An alliance of nations joining together to fight a common enemy. In World War I, the alliance of Great Britain and France and Russia and all the other nations that became allied with them in opposing the Central Powers. The alliance of nations that fought the Axis in World War II and which, with subsequent additions, signed the Charter of the United Nations in 1945. The center around which something rotates. A group of countries in special alliance. The second cervical vertebra serves as a pivot for turning the head. A straight line through a body or figure that satisfies certain conditions. In World War II, the alliance of Germany and Italy in 1936, which later included Japan and other nations. The main stem or central part about which plant organs or plant parts such as branches are arranged. A group of countries in special alliance. In World War I, the alliance of Germany and Austria-Hungary and other nations allied with them in opposing the Allies. The act of combining things to form a new whole. A collection of things that have been combined. An assemblage of separate parts or qualities. A coordinated sequence of chess moves. A group of people, often temporary, having a common purpose. They were a winning combination. An alliance of people or corporations or countries for a special purpose, formerly to achieve some antisocial end but now for general political or economic purposes. A sequence of numbers or letters that opens a combination lock. He forgot the combination to the safe. The act of arranging elements into specified groups without regard to order. An international alliance involving many different countries. A friendly understanding between political powers. An informal alliance between countries. A friendly understanding between political powers. An informal alliance between countries. An international alliance involving many different countries. An international alliance involving many different countries. An international alliance involving many different countries. A multi-ethnic alliance in Afghanistan who practice a moderate form of Islam and are united in their opposition to the Taliban.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.